you're in luck. You're gonna get 2 videos on one. You're gonna get a battle video versus these 2 little bottles to see which one wins. But also, I'm gonna review them separately to see if either of these are actually worth their money. Welcome to Whiskey Bank. My name is David. And both the bond&lillard and the WB Saffell is part of the whiskey bearing collection from Campari, which is the parent company of Wild Turkey. It was created to pay homage to the brands, the people, and the distillers that made bourbon what it is today. So brief notes on these. The bond&lillard actually won the 1904 St. Louis Fair Grand Prize as the best bourbon in the world. Like, there's no notes or information left from the actual distillery. Campari was able to obtain the tasting notes from those judges in that fair in order to try to recreate the flavor and the aromas. Batch 1 of bond&lillard didn't have Eddie nor Jimmy Russell involved. They just used Wild Turkey bourbons, and it did not work out. I mean, batch 1 did not get good reviews, and no one really liked it. So in batch 2, they got Eddie Russell involved, not only to try to match those notes, but also make it taste good for today's palate. And from what I see, it actually did succeed, and it's getting some pretty good reviews. So for the WB Saffell, they must have learned from bond&lillard because they got Jimmy Russell involved right away. So he blended 6, 8, 10, and 12-year-old bourbons from Wild Turkey in order to try to recreate the WB Saffell. He must have done a great job because the reviews are coming in and it is comparing it to 2002 Russell's Reserve or 2003 Russell's Reserve. So I don't know if it actually recreated anything from WB Saffell or if it tasted anything like it, but you know, as long as it tastes good, who gives a damn? As always, too much talking, not enough drinking. Let's get to it. All right, opening ceremonies. Woo-hoo-hoo. And this one, oh, the pop. Yeah, bond&lillard was okay. And then for the WB Saffell, pop. Okay, that was non-existent. Let's get right to it. The nose, first the bond&lillard. Caramel, it's a little sweet, slight toffee, vanilla, citrusy, almost like a lemon citrus. And you get a hint of like a floral type of feel. If you ever go to like a garden or like a rose garden or anything like that, you get this scent of that floral freshness. Interesting. Wow. You don't really get that very often, or at least I don't. So that's a really balanced nose. All right, on to the WB Saffell. Ooh, okay. Much darker, much more of a darker caramel, burnt brown sugar, a lot sweeter. You do get a little bit of a chocolate type of sweetness as well, but you do get fruits, but it's not the citrus, it's more like a darker cherry, a little bit of a sweeter apple. This is good as well. If I had to choose one right now, for the nose, bond&lillard, that sweet citrus and the floral kind of gave it a nice balanced nose, and so it's very unique. So I liked it. I liked it better than the WB Saffell. So also, if you guys are enjoying this content, please push that like button. It really does help me out. Let's get to the next category, the palate, the most important. All right, first, the bond&lillard. Here we go. Cheers. Sweet, but it's not, how do I say this? It's not sharp sweet. It's more of like a honey, more of a smooth sweetness. It does go into more of that citrus, the lemon zest that we got on the nose. Get slight of the rice spice, but not too much. All right, second sip, hopefully it gets a little better. You get a little bit more of the spice in the second sip. I get more of like a white or a black tea type of spice as well. It's not like the peppery spice where it's more spicy. This is more of the calming spicy. The finish is medium. You get a slight tobacco, oaky type of feel at the end, but it is thin. Even for a 100 proofer, it feels like a 90 proofer. So that's a little bit of a letdown. Let's just be honest. Let's go on to the WB Saffell. All right, It's a lot more sweeter. It does give you the caramel, brown sugar. The nose citrus does carry over in terms of the fruits. The apple crispness instead of the more of the lemon that you get from the bond and lillard. Go for the second sip. It is smooth. It does get a slightly more peppery, but it is balanced out by the sweet caramel and the spice. The finish is smooth, it's long, and it's sweet. Wow, actually, the finish is the best part of this. It's actually very good. Wow. For the palate and the finish, easy winner, WB Saffell. The bond and lillard is thin. It does give you a little bit of sweetness. It does give you a little bit of a spice, but it's kind of just, it's like there, but then it disappears. It's there and it disappears. While WB Saffell really does give you the sweet, the fruits, and then the spice, and then the finish is long, sweet, and smooth. And so this wins by a mile in terms of the palate and the finish. So the other categories, price, allocation, style points, they're all the same. Both are $50 MSRP. If you can find one, you can most likely find the other in the same store. And the style points, they're the same. So the winner, by a lot, WB Saffell. If you can only buy one, just get this. This ain't that good, especially for the price point. I gotta say, that's a disappointment. I don't know if they did the right homage and the tribute to bond and lillard. This one is a lot better. It's a lot more drinkable, a lot more smooth. It has a lot more complexity and balance in terms of the sweetness, the fruits, and the spice. So you only had to buy one, get the WB Saffell. The reviews separately for these, the bond and lillard experience, 6.1. It's thin, it's not overly balanced or complex. It's very thin on the finish, and it really leaves you wanting more. And at $50 at $3.75 or $100 standard bottle, and the allocation is not that easy to find, it's an easy sell. Do not buy. And for the WB Saffell experience score, 7.1. It's good, sweet, slightly complex, slightly balanced. It does have the fruits, the sweetness, the rice spice, and actually the finish is long and sweet and very buttery. So the finish is the best part. Same thing with this. The price is expensive at $50 at $3.75, and the allocation, it's a little bit harder to find. So for this, because of the story and because of the uniqueness in terms of it's not like wild turkeys, it reminds you of wild turkeys in terms of Russell's Reserve, the rare breed, the single barrels, anything like that. I'll say it's a whole. Try it before you buy it. I can see how people could really like this, but for me, at this price point, I wish I tried it before I bought it, because I don't think I would have bought it if I tried it. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you want a sneak peek of the bottles I'm gonna review, look at my June whiskey haul video. I'm gonna be reviewing a lot of those in the coming weeks, so hopefully you'll come back and see those videos. Thank you again. See you next time.